Everyone, so in this series of lecture we will revise first prof MBBS. So today we will continue with breast anatomy. जिन्होंने अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है और बेल आइकन नहीं दबाया है वो जरूर से दबा दें, क्योंकि अब रोज वीडियो आती रहेंगी और आपको रिवीजन करने में काफी मदद हो सकती है. सो लेट्स बिगिन. सो बेसिकली ब्रेस्ट एनाटॉमी काफी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है. इसके लिए हमें सबसे पहले क्या क्या पता होना चाहिए. हेडिंग्स. सबसे पहले हमें पता होना चाहिए लोकेशन एंड एक्सटेंट. सो वी नो दैट बेसिकली breast, also known as mammillary gland, is a modified sweat gland, okay, and this is present in the superficial fascia of pectoral region. So now since it is present in the superficial fascia, it will extend into the deep fascia, and that extension is basically via axillary tail of Spence. What is axillary tail of Spence? Basically it is an extension from the supralateral part of the breast, and in the deep fascia it will further proceed to axilla, and this extension is also via the foramen of Langer. So in the breast, what you need to know is clinical significance at each level. So basically, what is the significance of axillary tail of Spence? It is very important in breast cancer. We can find maximum density here. So this is the significance. So now we will continue. So basically location is, if we see vertically, it is between second rib to the sixth rib, and if you see horizontally, it is from the lateral border of sternum to the mid axillary line. So this is the location of the breast. So now we will continue with structure of the breast. What all constitutes breast? So breast में structure में हमें तीन चीजें याद रखना है. Skin, फिर दूसरा स्ट्रोमा, स्ट्रोमा मतलब फैट, और तीसरा पेरेन्काइमा. So now we will see each of them and then I will tell you the diagrams to remember them. So basically skin is having two parts, nipple and areola. What is nipple? It is basically at the level of fourth intercostal space, and again clinical importance or sort of richly innervated by sensory nerve endings, and it is the most sensitive part of the breast to tactile stimulation. What is areola? This is basically nothing but pigmented skin which surrounds the base of the nipple. What is its function? It has modified sebaceous gland. It will produce oily secretion. तो इसके कारण जो निप्पल है वो ल्यूब्रिकेटेड रहेगा एंड ड्राई या क्रैकिंग नहीं आएगी. सो अब अगेन आपको इस लेवल पे क्लिनिकल इंपॉर्टेंस याद रखना है. सो बेसिकली प्रेगनेंसी के टाइम पे एरियोला जो है इनका हम कह सकते हैं कि एनलार्जमेंट हो जाता है, जिसको हम मॉन्टगोमेरी ट्यूबरकल कहते हैं. सो आपको यह क्लिनिकल पॉइंट्स याद रखने हैं और आप आखिरी में सम अप करना है. सो इस डायग्राम में जल्दी से देख लेते हैं. सो बेसिकली यहाँ पे हमने दो स्ट्रक्चर देख लिए हैं, निप्पल और एरियोला. फोर्थ आप समझ सकते हैं और फिफ्थ आपको दिख रहा है बेस में. सो निप्पल एंड एरियोला आर डन. सो नाउ वी विल कंटिन्यू विद सेकंड पार्ट, स्ट्रोमा. स्ट्रोमा में कुछ नहीं, नथिंग बट कनेक्टिव टिश्यू एंड फैट. सो दिस विल बेसिकली सपोर्ट द फ्रेमवर्क ऑफ द ब्रेस्ट. Okay, and now it will condense at some point. It will condense and will lead to the formation of fibrous strands, which are called as suspensory ligaments of Cooper. So now again आप इस diagram में देखिए. So basically it is not evident here, but here fat you can see surrounding the whole major chunk of the breast. So this is basically the fat, and when it will condense, see there are some bands which will be formed, and these are known as suspensory ligaments of Cooper. So now again clinical significance comes here. This will maintain the protuberance, and as the age will proceed there will be atrophy of them, and this will lead to pendulous breast. So you need to remember all of these clinical importance. So now let's continue. So now basically you need to remember the parenchyma. So parenchyma is basically the chunk, okay. It will secrete the milk, and parenchyma has lobes 15 to 20, and these lobes further have lobule. Lobule have a cluster of acini. So you need to remember this level of organization, and basically each lobe is drained by lactiferous duct, and these lactiferous duct will further dilate to form lactiferous sinus at their termination. कैसे होता है थोड़ा सा एक बार डायग्राम में देखते हैं. So basically if we see this diagram, so you can see that fat tissue is the major chunk. Now we know alveoli. So basically you can see that each lobe is drained by a lactiferous duct, and lactiferous duct will further open into the summit, but at the termination it will form the lactiferous sinus. इसकी क्या importance है? This will basically serve as reservoir of milk. So this diagram again simplifies. So these three diagrams, now you can sum this up all up. Basically we know that chest wall, yes. Pectoralis muscles, yes. Lobules, okay. Areola, milk duct, and nipple, fatty tissue and skin. So this is all about breast anatomy, which we need to know in structure part. Now, arterial, venous and nerve supply is not much complicated. Just remember the arteries of that zone: internal thoracic, axillary artery, posterior intercostal artery. अब आपको इनको विजुअलाइज करके याद करना है. अभी लिम्फेटिक ड्रेनेज देखेंगे तो लिम्फेटिक ड्रेनेज जैसे इनके नाम है, सेम नाम वेन्स के हैं. और नर्व्स में सोमैटोसेंसरी बाय द सेकंड टू सिक्स्थ इंटरकोस्टल नर्व. ये आप लोकेशन से याद रख सकते हैं. लोकेशन ऑफ द ब्रेस्ट देखिए जाके, क्या थी, यही थी. ओके, सो नाउ we will continue with the most important topic, lymphatic drainage. So lymphatic drainage समझने के लिए we need to know that basically they are of two types, superficial lymphatic and deep lymphatic. Now we have seen the parts of the breast. So the skin will be drained by superficial lymphatics, as for skin, as for superficial, except the nipple and areola. So that will be drained by deep lymphatics, and deep already drains parenchyma. So all these is drained by deep lymphatics. So now to see further, basically we should know that breast is divided into four quadrants: lateral, and this can be superior lateral, inferior lateral, this is superior medial, inferior medial, and then superior lateral and inferior lateral. Sorry for the mistake. So this is basically, we know the four quadrants, and now we can see the lymph nodes occurrence. So basically this area is by internal memory lymph nodes, and these are your axillary lymph nodes. Now how will you divide them? Basically you can divide them as anterior, posterior, lateral, and then central and apical axillary lymph nodes. So जब इतना ज्यादा हम axillary lymph nodes पे emphasis कर रहे हैं, so this must be the most important lymph node draining. So now we should see what is the basic drainage. So you can remember the lymphatic drainage by this flow chart. Basically we saw that lateral quadrant, and lateral quadrant here means upper lateral. So upper lateral by anterior axillary, also known as pectoral group of lymph nodes. So yes, it is true. We can see that upper lateral will easily go to the anterior axillary. Medial, on the same note, you can see, yes, it is true. Medial will easily go to the internal memory lymph nodes. The issue is lower lateral. Lower lateral will basically drain here into the posterior intercostal lymph nodes, okay, related to the intercostal spaces, and the lower medial will drain into subdiaphragmatic and subperitoneal lymph plexus. What is its importance? We will see in a minute. And the deep lymphatics, deep quadrant, will drain into apical group of axillary lymph node, which is somewhat here. So now we shall know the figure. Most of the I told you that axillary is very important. So why it is important? 75% drainage, 20% internal, and 5% in posterior intercostal. So now we will see some of the clinical significances. So always in the lymphatic drainage of any organ, you need to know a very important term known as metastasis in the carcinoma. So basically breast cancer arise from the epithelial cell of the lactiferous duct. You know now what lactiferous duct means, okay? And the 60% cases of breast cancer are found in upper lateral quadrant. So now this is quite easy for you to remember, because you know that major chunk of lymphatics occur to the which lymph node. So metastasize कर जाएगा lymph vessels lymph node के through. और now the surgery which is performed is radical mastectomy. So radical mastectomy में आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? सिर्फ breast हटाना पड़ेगा क्या? नहीं, क्योंकि metastasis हो चुका है. So you also need to remove axillary lymph node as well as underlying muscles are removed. So this is what about radical mastectomy. So now metastasis can be understood by this diagram, that it can metastasize to any part. Okay. Now one important lesion we will consider is ovarian cancer. What will happen? I told you lower medial will drain into subperitoneal. This will further go to ovary and cause a secondary ovarian tumor. Secondary means due to metastasis. Primary means जो ovary की खुद की पैथोलॉजी के कारण हो. So secondary ovarian tumor जो बनेगा उसका नाम है Krukenberg tumor. So this was all about this. You need to remember this diagram in case. And then we are finally done with breast anatomy in minutes. So quickly answer this question at the end, comment, and if you like our video, please share, subscribe, and keep us motivated. We will surely do our best what we can do. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy.